Liverpool fan in Japan school.
Excellent. Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man Sai. Alrighty, we're back in action in the Premier League away at Selhurst Park Crystal Palace. Now they are yet to get a win this season, however traditionally they have proved to be tough opposition. They are the ones that crowded the sixth space, really pressured us, forced Wataru, Endo and Liverpool on the back foot in the corresponding fixture last year. I believe this will be the toughest matchup to date, including AC Milan, Man United. Obviously we turned them both over already, got the wins under the belt, the 3 points, thank you very much, ka-ching ka-ching. Crystal Palace, it's going to be a tough one. Why? Because their players and their system, the 3-4-3 or even the 3-5-2, is kind of set up to exploit where Arne Slot's slot machine formation has some gaps that have been a little bit exposed this season. Now, the opposition haven't taken advantage of it, but when you've got Eze, Mateta firing off into those diagonals from the wide channels, and then Ketia roaming thereabouts as a poacher as well, we better be careful on the transition to watch out for those pockets that might be vacated when we try to play the lateral passing and get bodies forward for the overlap as well. So I'm going to show you in tactical formation board exactly what I mean. And guys, because it's an early kickoff, I'm going to be live streaming this one. You don't want to miss it. Liverpool fan in Japan community, the kindest, most knowledgeable community there is. International community, fans from Asia, Africa, Europe, South America, America, all tune in. Thank you so much. I think the record so far is what, 160 concurrent viewers. Thank you so much. Domo arigato minasan. It's going to be a fun watch tomorrow. Japanese snacks and a giveaway announced again tomorrow. So make sure you join me 20 minutes before kickoff for the live watch along. I'm going to be putting the link to the live watch along on this channel. Make sure you sub to it so you get a notification when we're about to kick off. But without further ado, let's get into analysis and let's look at what Crystal Palace under Oliver Glasner is looking to do. Alrighty, so let's figure out what Crystal Palace is going to set up with. It's probably going to be Dean Henderson in goal. Now, Mark Gay is an interesting one because linked to Liverpool as well. Obviously, Newcastle didn't get his transfer over the line. Very prominent defender. Now, he isn't the tallest, the most physically imposing. People have suggested him as a replacement for Virgil van Dijk. He'll cost 80 to 100 million. Expensive, right? English, performed well at the Euros. He's actually aerially dominant despite not being the tallest, because I think he's third in the rankings for aerial duels behind Kanate and Van Dijk, because he's got a monstrous leap, leaps like a salmon like Wataru Endo, right? And then alongside him, Maxence Lacroix, French, would have been an interesting one for Liverpool as well. I think he will really come into prominence and be known as a quality defender. Just needs some time, because Crystal Palace are one of 5 teams that haven't started particularly well, haven't got a win under their belt, which makes them even more dangerous because they don't want that Roy Hodgson spectre lingering over them, coming back and taking them over again, right? Jefferson Lerma, I think, has to go into the back line as well in absence of some of their other defenders. They sold Joachim Anderson in the summer. Where did he go? Fulham or somewhere? Now this is an interesting one. Daichi Kamada. Daichi Kamada is a very, very good player, quality player, but he hasn't hit his potential so far. He should be a playmaker, a 10, an attacking midfielder, even a normal midfielder. But he's probably going to go into the deeper role in this particular occasion, because they'll be under Kosh. Daichi Kamada, keep an eye on his name. Do you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Toni Kroos before he went to Real Madrid. The attacking midfielder Toni Kroos, who's yet to find his feet in Bayern Munich, find a real role, really establish himself, just high potential without fulfilling it. When Toni Kroos moved to Real Madrid, up another level, deep playmaking maestro alongside Luka Modric. He was the basis for their success for years to come. Kroos, Modric, over 30s, the basis of success. The fulcrum that allows everyone to function, made Casemiro play better as well. Casemiro played his part. Marcelo, Benzema, Kroos, Modric, all over 30s. That's why you renew Virgil van Dijk. That's why you renew Trent Alexander-Arnold as well, because he's not 30 yet, but we should keep him till 30s. That's why you renew Mo Salah as well. They are the basis for your success because they lead by example on and off the pitch, and they're the most involved in the metrics for conversion, goal scoring, goal prevention as well. So a lesson for you. Real Madrid are nosediving right now because they've signed Mbappe sulked off on the pitch the other day, and they've lost Toni Kroos, right? And Marcelo and Sergio Ramos, over 30s as well. The dark arts. I digress just a little bit. Watch that video if you haven't already about using the Zubimendi money for contract renewals instead. I'll link it after this video. Make sure you check it out. But yeah, Daichi Kamada is probably going to be in the base of the midfield. I'd probably say Wharton, right? Yeah, of course. Wharton goes there as well. It's going to be Tyrick Mitchell covering the left flank, starting deeper as well. Look at this dirty line right here. It's already forming the shape of their dreams. And Munoz, I can't do that squiggly line above the end, but you know what I mean. Munoz, this is really hard. It's going to be hard to break through, but luckily Dean Henderson is a little bit flappy as well. You can get through him. Mark Gay, athletic. Kamada, Wharton, technical, tenacious, to get their foot in. Tyrick Mitchell, athlete as well. Munoz got some techers as well, and Justin Lerma, Very, very versatile player. But the danger men, and why I think they might be a threat to us, and why we might struggle to keep a clean sheet. I actually trust our backline, because our backline are very stingy in allowing chances. You're probably looking at something like this, right? Probably looking at something like this. So they're going to say, come at us, absorb the pressure, work hard, make the space. Eze is going to tuck in there. Mateta is going to be available for the release. And then Nketiah has to goal poach, float there, thereabouts, work hard to pin them back as well. Now, the biggest dangers for Liverpool here is obviously Mateta's athleticism, running into the channels, running in behind as well. But Eze linking the gap. Now, this is a mismatch. They're going to target Trent Alexander-Arnold with Eberechi Eze in and behind him when Trent roams forward and goes into half space pocket position. That is one of their win conditions, and he is an amazing player, fabulous player. Crystal Palace are surprised that they managed to keep him. Nketiah will be roaming thereabouts, causing troubles. He can do the running on the lateral there, allowing Eze to come inside, and Eze's long shot is fantastic, as is his cracking knuckleball shot or straight shot, or playing in Mateta on the diagonal lateral ball in and behind as well. So we've got to be careful of that. Wharton will obviously clean up shop and defend the goal there, and Daichi Kamada will roam in this kind of space here. He will be the outlet, roaming and playmaking. Munoz is actually quite good underlapping as well, but Kamada will try to stitch things together, working with Eze, the dual kind of 10s in the system with Wharton behind them, Maxence Lecroix, Gay, Lerma and Tyreek Mitchell up and down as well. So technical player, it almost reminds me, right, of Jeremy Frimpong, but inversed. Jeremy Frimpong going up and down, and Alex Grimaldo playmaking from the left hand side, obviously inversed again. Mateta will be that nuisance running in the channels as well. Got to keep an eye on him. Nketiah will be poaching thereabouts, but I'm hoping Van Dijk's physicality and Ibu Konate's physicality can snuff him out, because I don't rate Nketiah actually that highly. But if he gets a chance, he's a decent shooter as well. But the main threat is Eberechi Eze, because we've noticed that in the last few matches, when the opposition get into these pockets here, luckily the shots have either gone wide or over the bar, or not being a goal threat. But Eze is quite a prominent finisher, quite a great shooter. In the absence of Michael Olise, who's world class, by the way, Bayern Munich, doing well there. Lost the other night. Harry Kane syndrome. Harry Kane has an allergy to trophies and he's brought it to Bayern Munich. Ha ha ha. So Harold of Kane. Eberechi Eze is the danger man, facilitated by Mateta running the flanks, and Nketiah as well opening the gaps for Eze. Kamada will try to stitch things up, but keeping things tight with Wharton, and Wharton's a solid player. Could be the 6 that we're looking at. I rate Lecroix as well. I'm surprised he didn't go to a bigger team, but at least he starts every match alongside Gay, and in absence of the centre-backs, Lerma's probably going to the back line as well. So that's what Crystal Palace are looking to do, and Eze is the danger man. Track Mateta's runs into the channel and in behind as well, and make sure Nketiah doesn't get a clean shooting chance, snuff him out, block him forward. He's not going to outskill you, outpace you, I don't think, or especially not out physicality you. That's not even a word. It is now. Or win a header. But yeah, Eze against Trent Alexander-Arnold is probably the mismatch, with Tyreek Mitchell roaming around the outside as well. So Szoboszlai or McAllister or Gravenberch, whoever's covering the right flank in absence of Trent, probably needs to be aware of that. Is this a match for Wataru Endo against his countryman Kamada? We'll wait and see. But yeah, this back line is, with these two, it's fairly decent, athletic. So it'll be interesting to see how we set up as well. So let's get into Liverpool's lineup. Alrighty, so over to Liverpool. As long as he's fit, Alisson Becker will always play, as will Virgil van Dijk. It's almost a given. So let's just pen them in now, as will Mo Salah, because Chiesa should have a fitness test for this particular match. Arne Slot said he does have a chance for this match, but the likelihood is he misses out, at least just a place on the bench. Now, Wataru Endo could come in because it's a feisty midfield. It's going to be a scrap in there. Adam, Wharton, Daichi Kamada as well, who know all about Kamada's qualities, playing for Lazio. Didn't get the goal metrics, but always a threat, silky player, very technical player as well. But Special Gravy comes in there because he's probably been our player of the season so far. He's just stacking up those man of the matches. He is loving life at the moment. Look at this cursed picture of Erik ten Hag and Gravenberch. Of all the Ajax players that he signed and Eredivisie players that he signed the wrong ones, because Gravenberch is the Special Gravy. Oh yeah, up the shiny one. Arne Slot, he recognised it and brought out his potential. Special Gravy mix right now alongside the shiny solution. I like it a lot. Now, who goes in the back line? I think Trent Alexander-Arnold gives us that ability to play in and behind, especially when they crowd a midfield, bypass that congested midfield and into the channels. Let's test them in the air. We're talking about Jefferson Lerma, and we're talking about Maxence Lecroix as well. So Mo Salah, right wing. I think Lucho Diaz comes in left wing because he is the one that opens the scoring. When you open scoring, those goals are more important than any other goal. And Nunes was actually ill before the Bologna match, which is why he missed the previous match. But I think on the run out, his athleticism and pace and prowess could be a useful weapon here. But Diogo Jota, the Slotter, into the top of the diamond was a absolute joy to see against Bologna, overlapping the midfield. And when the midfield is so congested, he's probably going to need to play in there, which means you've got inverting forwards coming in into the gap, similar to Eze and Mateta, Mo Salah and Luis Diaz cutting inside, similar to what Sadio Mane and Mo Salah used to do back in the day. But Jota can stitch things up and help with the press. He will be leading the press, and will need to do that as well because of that congested midfield. Alexis McAllister, world class, absolutely world class. I love that interview that Roberto De Zerbi did for Marseille recently, talking about McAllister total class. Told him before it came out in the press that Liverpool were interested in him, made an offer for him, and why he wanted to move and how he'd be sad to leave them as well. Classy player on and off the pitch, ginger ninja in the right lights, always gets absolutely nutted in the ginger nuts as well. But he's a hard nut, Argentinian, born and bred. He can play between the lines, play all the roles. He's so good. And Szoboszlai, for all his faults, this guy's 23. Can you believe it? Gravenberch is 22. 2-2. And Szoboszlai is 23. 2-3. 25 McAllister as well. That's a midfield of your dreams for years to come, hitting the absolute prime. Szoboszlai plays for one reason, right? No matter how much he needs to get used to that number 10 role, get the ball out of his feet, play the passing game, link up game, be more incisive with his passing. His athleticism to do the right things and be in the right positions means he's Arne Slot's teacher's pet. Because when Mo Salah cuts inside, and we need Mo Salah in this position, Szoboszlai can go around the outside. When Trent is going around the outside, Szoboszlai can cover. Szoboszlai can hit the ball deep. He can play in a double pivot as well. He can play from the left-hand side as well. He's so multifaceted, he's talented, and he's so good looking. And that means a lot because Arne Slot appreciates the good looks as well. He's good looking lad as well, Slot. Nice and shiny. Lucho Diaz, we saw him help us equalise against Palace previously, cutting inside on the angle, shooting cross goal. He's going to be needed here because of that congestion of Crystal Palace in and around the 6th position, with the 5 in midfield, with the 3 closing up all of the pockets and inside pockets. Jota's got to cause disruption in amongst the 6 ranks. Lucho Diaz has got to be the one that runs in and behind in this lateral here and towards the penalty spot here, because this is going to be a match where the fullbacks really have to help break the deadlock, because when they play with 5 in midfield and 3 at the back with 2 that can sit in deep as well, it almost becomes a 3-7-1. What that means is Trent will have the positional ability and the player on this side as well, and Van Dijk stepping up into the void here, and Konate, probably Konate, yeah, let's put Konate's name in there. Konate will need to break the lines with a run. Gravenberch will be uber important to beat his man on the run and the press. But the issue with this particular match is because the midfield is so congested, even when you beat the man, you encounter with another man so far. So it's up to McAllister and Szoboszlai and Jota to get in that line of 6, right? The 10-10-10. They have to be able to play in this space and make the ball stick. Now, there might be a reasoning for Curtis Jones to come in here, or even Gravenberch to play slightly higher up with Otado Endo to come in. Now, that might be a ploy that Arne Slot goes with. Otado Endo in the 6th position and Gravenberch in here, or Curtis Jones in here, because the ball must stick in the 6th position, otherwise we're not going to break through. We've got to be hitting Lucho Diaz in that line and Mo Salah in that line, or Szoboszlai in that line. This is more likely to shape because Mo Salah play makes from this 10 position as well. Trent from the half space. This ball in and behind has to be accurate. This ball in and behind has to be accurate with backspin into Mo Salah breaking the lines as well, because of the fact that we got body, and then 1, 2, 3, pushing, and holding offside line high as well. Trent has to be accurate with the balls. Gravenberch has to be able to play the balls incisively and with pace, because his ability to beat the man is all well and good, but when the midfield is so congested, you run into bodies, right? And if he does break the lines with a pass, then these 3 have to be able to hold the ball up there, or if Jota is poaching in around penalty area, if we are getting joined in the area, it might be Gravenberch stepping in there and Konate having to break the first man to press with and incisive running. Virgil van Dijk's done a lot more this season than any other season previously, breaking the line with an incisive running, and this player doesn't want to disappear. So I think that is the game-winning condition with Robertson. Robertson has to be aware of the threat of the diagonal runs from Mateta and Nketiah in behind, probably more so Mateta, because Mateta is an athlete and he runs for the 90 minutes as well. So let's get rid of some of these lines. They have to be aware that on the break, if they get the ball to Daichi Kamada and he plays the ball in behind, that diagonal run from Mateta from out to in, and Eze from out to in to play make and link with Nketiah is going to be threatening. But fortunately, Van Dijk and Konate are no slouches in hauling back and covering the widths as well if necessary. But it does mean that one of the three between McAllister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai have to be able to make up the extra man at the back. Robertson and Van Dijk teaming up. Trent, if he's exposed there, needs Szoboszlai to partner with Konate as well. So we have to be careful in transitions because Crystal Palace can sucker punch us. And thankfully we've got such a dominant keeper in Alisson to keep them out as well. However, we've got to make sure, absolutely make sure, that we make the ball stick in this prominent area or we're not going to get any joy. So with that in mind, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the match that Wataru Endo comes in and Gravenberch is released higher up, probably in place of Dominic Szoboszlai, because that 10 area will be so congested that he's not going to find a space there. So you're going to need a bit of silk, a bit of flair, and McAllister has that. But then again, if you're going for pace, power, and matching the physicality on the press and trying to turn him over, getting and pressing, then it could be Szoboszlai as well. But more than likely, why change a winning system? Gravenberch, McAllister and Szoboszlai, then they go after international breaks as well. I think we will see the subs used here. Chiesa would have been a good one as well because he's so direct and with close ball control. He's a bit of a dirt baller, street baller. In amongst the congested area, he would be really, really useful. And I also think, despite people thinking he needs space, Darwin Núñez could be quite an efficient weapon in this particular game, because when things are going chaotic and junk ball, and he is the agent of chaos, and he does have the ability for the ball to drop nicely, to work the channels and get that yard of space and cause confusion and chaos, of which one of our other forwards can benefit. I don't think Mo Salah is going to get a lot of joy on the outside, but in this half space position here, I'm hoping he can outside Trivela the ball into a Jota or Lucho Diaz, or line ball out to Trent, or into a Szoboszlai overlapping here, because if we can play in and amongst them, remember Taki Minamino's goal against Palace, right? That's how we incisively broke through them. Quick, incisive passing that shows the difference in quality is the name of the game in this particular one, and I think we have the quality to do it, but it won't be an easy game, so I'm going for a very, very conservative 2-0. 2-0 in this one, but it won't be pretty. If we score early days, it'll be a completely different game. The lineup, I think, is pretty certain. I wouldn't be surprised for Gakpo, actually. Gakpo can cannonball, break the deadlock if he gets the deflections, start getting the deflections, super frank, super goal styles, then that'll be a much needed weapon as well. But either way, we've got the aerial ability of Van Dijk and Konate as well, and athleticism. If they can get a goal, poach a goal from a corner, because they've been good at getting goals this season, even though our corners haven't been up to snuff, they've actually made the most of it, then that would be really good as well. But I think the weapons off the bench in this particular game will be very, very useful, and with the international break coming up and being top of the table, there's no excuses. Go out there and win and show your graft, show your skill, show your caliber. Come on, Reds! And Endo, pocket Kamada if you come on as well, even if it's 5 minutes, why not, countryman? It's a battle of the crows at Selhurst Park, Japanese internationals. And I'm all for Gakpo for Lucho Diaz. Elliott is still injured. Chiesa may or may not make the match. And we have lots of firepower in reserve. Curtis Jones there or thereabouts could be useful to hold the ball in the higher positions if we're not finding joy holding the ball in the 10 space. Trent will be very important. His passing game better be on. If it's not working and we want to shift tactics, then Trent traversing into the middle and having a Conor Bradley running up and linking up 1-2s with Szoboszlai, Mo Salah to get into the box, because Bradley's very good at getting this position as well. Would be very, very useful, but I think Jota really has to make a contribution in the 10, and we're playing so many players in amongst the 10, it's almost going to be a diamond with this. And looking at Trent and Robertson may need to bomb up and down more than usual, because Robertson's actually been tucked in and it's kind of been that shape lately, right, with a Jota going to the outside. So very interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments below as well. Once again, join me for the live watch along. I'll be doing a tactical analysis in the match, giving my thoughts as well, my opinion, and obviously we've got a lot of banter in the match. It's going to be a fun one to watch. I believe we will win. I think we'll do it 2-0. Crystal Palace aren't on the same caliber, but the shape and the players can cause us trouble if the 1 in 10 shot goes in, like Callum Hudson-Odoi, unfortunately. So let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, this is a channel with substance and abundance. Miyazaki man, Ichiban means the best. The members are growing rapidly as well. Domo arigato. I'm going to add some emojis right after I drop this video, so check out the new emojis in there as well. Now, I love this Japan top right here. It's got the clouds, it's got the dark and the light samurai blue, but this innocuous looking box turned up as well, so I've got to figure out what is in this box. You know me, I love my kit. If you want to buy vintage Liverpool kit, always in good condition, off Mercari Japan, I've got an affiliate link below for Zen Market. Just even signing up, I think you get a code for like 10% off or 800 yen off or something like that. It's for a lifetime, so you might as well just sign up anyway. Hoard that code to keep it safe, and when you find a kit you like, just type in Liverpool LFC and Mercari shop. Then Then purchase it. Buy the kit when you're ready and use the discount. Just sign up, make an account, keep the code forever. It's like a kebab or something, or pasta parcel. It's not a kebab. It's a Liverpool shirt. It's not even a shirt. It's like a... Wait, is it? Is it a Liverpool shirt? Belgium? No, it's Liverpool. Carlsberg Adidas gold and black trim. Is this... What do you call this? It's a tracky top, isn't it? Tracksuit top. It's not a windbreaker. Is it a windbreaker? Does it need a hood to be called a windbreaker? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. UK 3840. Around my size. Okay. Red and blue. Red and blue. Why not? Let's suit up, fix up, look sharp. Dizzy Rascal. Oh, okay. It's getting a bit wet. Can you hear the rain outside? It's getting wet. This is not bad. This is not bad, right? It's like kind of gold and black and offset. It's unbalanced. All good. What do you reckon? Someone told me that white is my color. What about blue? What about red? What about black? It's all good. I need a haircut. Now I'm dyeing my hair red, right? You guys voted in the member section especially. Hair red. Coming very, very soon. Go to my Kagi-san, personal hairstylist. Cheaper chips. Celebrity hairdresser. Alrighty. Excellent. Join me for the live watch along. It's going to be so, so fun, right? Yeah, I'll announce a giveaway in there too. Until next time, Miyazaki-man Ichiban. It means the best. Ichiban. The Miyazaki army is growing, almost 100 members now. Looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be great, great fun live watch along. If you guys have any advice on how to improve the live watch along experience, let me know. I'm all ears. I always listen to you guys. You guys are the best. Until next time, Janet means ciao. Have a great day. Happy Fridays, Mina-san, everyone. Peace. Boom.
Liverpool fan in Japan.